there, my name is Abby Avalon and welcome back to the channel. On today's episode, I really wanted to provide something that anybody could do. Now, I understand that not everybody has the capacity or the ability to have a space in their home where they can maybe even lay out a whole yoga mat. So what I wanted to offer was something that everybody can do, and that's just find a comfortable seated position. And this could be either on the floor or this could be in the chair. And all we're going to be working with today is going to be the shoulders and the neck. We definitely are in a time with a lot of stress, and especially with stress, we all have a tendency to crunch up the shoulders, tighten the neck, and this just long term is not good for the body at all. So we're going to go into a brief little breath work just to kind of ground the body down, and then we're going to go into some neck and shoulder stretches to really open up and continue getting into the body and continue moving to some degree. So what I'm going to invite you to do is grab a comfortable seated position. So you're going to grab something to put underneath your hip bones. And the reason that I want you to do this is because this brings the hips up and it actually helps have a better posture. So it lets the spine be nice and straight, and it's a good practice to get into creating good posture for longevity. Alrighty, if you're ready, we can begin. Alright, so what I would like to do to begin is just go ahead, find yourself nice and comfortable, let the shoulders relax, and just take a nice deep inhale, filling the lungs completely, and an audible exhale. And again, taking a nice deep inhale, filling the belly, let the chest expand, let the collarbones rise. And exhale. All right, one last time, filling the lungs a little bit more. Let the belly expand, let the chest expand, the collarbones rise. And let it all out. So just go ahead and close the eyes for a moment. I just really want you to come in and observe the breath. So just let the breath flow naturally in and out of the body and just observe it. Notice if your chest is rising or if maybe it's your belly that's rising. Just take note of what's happening in your body and just continue to observe the breath for the next 10 to 20 seconds. And beautiful. Keeping the eyes closed, just go ahead, take another deep inhale and an audible exhale. And open the eyes when you're ready. Welcome back to the space. I'm going to invite you now, we're going to start by taking the left hand and we're going to put it out to the side. Just place the fingertips on the earth out next to you. You don't have to stretch or reach. Just wherever your natural reach is going to land, that's where I invite you to put your hand. So just leaving that there. Now I'm going to have you take your right ear to your right shoulder. So we're just going directly down, taking the right ear to the right shoulder, and just let the head begin to kind of hang. So here you're going to notice that there's going to be some pull that begins to happen in the side of the neck here, maybe even down into the shoulders or down into the top of the arm. That is okay. Just know that there's some muscles that probably are super tight in this area, and they have to release, they have to relax. So as you begin to feel into any tension that you're holding in the neck and the shoulder here, breathe into it. Take a nice deep inhale in and let it go. Now I'm going to invite you to just make tiny micro movements, forward and back, forward and back. Beautiful. I'm also going to have you now, if you choose to do so, begin to walk the fingertips out a little bit further. You're going to start to feel a little bit more of a stretch, maybe in the top of the arm, the shoulder, the neck. Continue to breathe. You can close the eyes here if you want, making micro movements back and forth. Now, taking the right hand, I'm going to have you come up and place it on top of the left breastbone there, right at the top, right below the shoulder. And just allow your hand, and if you want, you can even put it onto the skin. If it helps putting it into the shirt or below the bra strap, that's fine. But place it onto the skin, and then just let the right hand just relax a little bit. You're gonna notice that it begins to pull the fascia down, allowing some deeper stretch. And if this is too much, by all means, you can definitely remove the hand or come out of the stretch. We're holding it for a little bit longer, and you're definitely going to start to feel some tension, maybe building. Just breathe through that. And now take the chin towards the right shoulder. And now you're going to feel a stretch in the side of the neck even deeper. This is going to give you a deeper stretch in a different area, so just breathe into it. We're going to stay here for a moment. I invite you to continue making small micro movements and breathing into it. Take a nice deep inhale and an audible exhale. And now, just returning the chin back to normal, facing forward. Take that left hand and turn the palm facing up. And just let the fingertip barely touch the ground. You're going to notice that this actually creates a different sensation in the muscles. And just hold it here for a moment. Breathe into any sensation. And on your next inhale, you can slowly begin to remove the hand and bring the head back up to a neutral position. All right, so coming back to center, we're just going to let the body settle here for a moment, just taking a few breaths, noticing any sensation, feeling how one side obviously will feel different than the other, but just observing what's happening in the body. Beautiful. Alrighty, and when you're ready, we're going to slowly take the right hand now and place it alongside of the body. Fingertips down, just allowing the natural reach to be there, not extending it. Just wherever it lands, it lands. Now we're going to take the left ear to the left shoulder. So beginning to let the head fall to the side. And start now by breathing into the muscles, signaling to the brain and the body that this is okay, the muscle is okay to relax. Taking deep inhales here, an audible exhale. And when you're ready, just begin to make little micro movements. Finding areas that are maybe a little more tense than other areas. And breathe nice and deeply into those areas of sensation. And now I'll even invite you to take those right fingertips and just wiggle them out just a little further. Deepen the stretch if you choose to do so. Really honoring the body here, making sure we're not pushing it too far. We're not trying to cause any pain or heavy sensation. We're just trying to feel into light sensation. And continuing to breathe, staying in the body, not letting the mind wander. And then when you're ready, slowly take your chin towards the shoulder. And breathing, noticing the change of sensation that's happening. Making micro movements here. Continuing to breathe. Noticing that maybe the upper half of the arm, the shoulder, or the neck is having some heavier sensation. If it's too heavy, make sure you back out. We're not trying to go past an edge here. Slowly bringing the chin back towards the center. Let the head face forward. Now we're going to flip the hand over just like if we did on the other side. Let the fingertips barely touch the earth, the palm facing up, and just notice how just rotating the arm like that creates a different sensation. If you're having any tingling in the arm or the hands or the fingers, that's okay. We are opening up new muscles that haven't been opened in a while. Take a nice deep inhale and an audible exhale. Bringing the left hand up, placing it onto the top of the breastbone, just as we did on the other side. Staying here for just a few more breaths. I was a little late on providing that cue, so hopefully you put it up a little bit sooner. If not, that's okay. This is a tool that you can always add into this stretch to deepen the stretch if you choose to do so. And releasing the hand off the breastbone, bringing it back down, and then slowly bringing your head back to center, bringing both hands to the tops of the knees. Alrighty, so that was a very deep stretch. We held that for a while, and though maybe you feel the sensation in your body right now, maybe you don't, but just knowing that you're allowing the muscles to open up, you definitely are providing more space, not only for the heart and the throat, but just a sense of ease of tension in the body in these times of, higher distress. So that is a beautiful way to just open up the side of the neck and the heart and the chest. Alrighty, so we're gonna do one more stretch, and this is gonna be called eagle arms. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move to the side. You're more than welcome to stay exactly where you're at. That's no problem at all. So coming to the side here, what I'm gonna have you do is take your right arm and place it out in front of you. Then take the left arm, place it out in front of you as well, palms facing up. You're gonna bend into both elbows and take the left elbow, put it into the crease of the right. So we're gonna wrap the arms around the best that we can. You're gonna take the pinky of the right arm and kind of interlace it into the thumb of the left arm. If you cannot get this far, that's okay. If you are out here, that's fine as well. The whole objective of this pose is to really open up the back of the shoulders in the upper back. Alrighty, so once we are established here, keep the palms open, pointing upward. Let the gaze go up just slightly. Take a nice deep inhale and let the arms come up. And exhale, lower them back down. Inhale back up. Exhale back down. Inhale up, and this time we're going to hold. So we're going to stay here for a little bit, for a few breaths. So just close the eyes here and then just focus on the inhale and the exhale, keeping the arms up. And one more breath. on your next exhale, bring the arms back down, slowly unravel them. Bring the arms back behind you, place the fingertips onto the ground, and just bend into the elbows a little bit. This is going to open up the chest slightly. Take a nice deep inhale and exhale. And sitting back up. So just take a moment with the palms facing up. We're just going to observe the body here. What does it feel like? Where did you notice tension? Where do you still feel tension? Just take a breath. And now I'm going to have you put both arms back out in front of you. Bend into the elbow slightly. And this time, take the right elbow and place it into the crease of the left. So we're going to do the same thing on the opposite side. Making sure that if you have any sort of shoulder injury, you're being very mindful, listening to your body. So wrapping the arms around, you're going to take the pinky of the left arm and wrap it into the thumb of the right, if possible. If it's out here, you can just put the hands back to back. That is totally fine. Alrighty, so on your next inhale, we're going to begin to rise the arms up. Exhale, lower them back down. Inhale, rise. Exhale, back down. Inhale, lift up. And we're just going to hold this here. So we're just taking deep breaths here. Focusing on the inhale. Focusing on the exhale. And breathe. And then on your next exhale, begin to lower the arms back down, slowly unraveling them. As you do, open the arms up, bring the hands back behind you, place the fingertips onto the ground, bend into the elbow, just slightly open the chest. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, bend into the arms a little bit more. Exhale. Beautiful. And coming back to center. Alrighty, well that was all for today's practice. I just wanted to show 2 simple variations of something that you can do while you're sitting on the couch, while you sit up in your bed, if you have a space on the ground. This is accessible in the car, pretty much anywhere you go. These 2 poses are beautiful ways to ease tension in the shoulders and the neck, really help the longevity of the cervical spine and the upper thoracics, and just allow space to be created in the body, and also as you do that, you're creating space in the mind. So I'm so thankful that you joined me today, and I really hope that these 2 simple practices that you did with me today is something that you are able to carry off the mat and off video. That is truly my goal at the end of the day, to just provide tools for you to create some more space in your life, help with longevity, and just really open up the body and the mind. Alrighty, you have a lovely rest of your day, and namaste.